Welcome to episode 24 of Factorio Space Age Deathworld Marathon. We're on Fulgora, we're doing a quality-obsessed sushi mess. We're trying to not be on Fulgora because I think we've built pretty much everything we want to at the moment. We've got this little sushi belt that wanders down here that makes rocket fuel and water for a bit of power grid. We're doing holmium things, we need to do some more holmium things, we'll get to that in a bit. And yeah, sushi disaster, continued obsession with quality. We are now making a whole lot of modules and module upgrades in Fulgora because the blue and red chips are basically free. We're trying to do a yellow science thing as well. We brought some of the stockpile of low density structure and blue chips down here as well, which is why these guys are still running. I think we're making too much though, because we're really not getting that many blue chips out. And in fact, let's also just kind of, I guess we do this from the map view, try and make, yeah, try and upgrade all those modules. Maybe we have the modules for that, maybe we don't. Yeah, we're doing some upgraded rocket tower things. We're recycling some gun turrets. We've got somewhere a trash belt that just wanders into a circular void of everything just getting recycled. We've got, yeah, an older base with some module upgrades where we're insisting on getting, again, recycling all the stuff out. Wow, I put rare quality modules in there. That was ambitious. Okay, sure, whatever. Again, we are, yeah, asking to have a lot of rare quality stuff. Yeah, and there's a couple of other small things we need to just kind of tap in around the place before we're kind of ready to leave Fulgora for a long while. Yeah, down here, we're looking for any of the uncommon quality LDS and trashing it and trying to upgrade it and end up with rare quality LDS. And then over here, a thing we put in last time, which I quite liked, a similar thing where we're using chest recipes and then recyclers also with quality to try and get ourselves a decent chunk of rare iron and steel plate that we can take somewhere else and do something good things with. And yeah, a science build, which is not running because everything's got all its stuff. Is the science build at least running? Is this... This is the electrolyte problem. Let's also see if we've got enough of the modules sitting around to upgrade. That was not... Yeah, to just upgrade all of these things. Maybe we do. We're currently getting, what, 80% productivity on the common quality science, and yeah, there we go, 85% productivity on the tier 2 science, so that's exciting. And then yeah, this obsession with quality has meant that it has been pretty easy to get rare quality parts and a nice rare armor that we don't have anywhere near the gear to fully equip yet. And then also sitting around, yeah, 43 of these things. Where's the other? Here's the other rare stuff, 24, 48. That's kind of enough so that as soon as the mech armor, yeah, we've pretty much got all of this ready at rare level for as soon as this tech completes. Which is interesting, because even though we're saying we're nearly done in Fulgora, there's a couple of other things to do before we leave, yada yada yada, we haven't actually done any, like, this is, the mech armor is the first of, yeah, Novice is having some problems there, that's what that graph is. Mech armor is actually the first of the electromag science packs that we are actually trying to research. We haven't got the research, we haven't got the achievement for doing Fulgora research things yet. Why is this... These things can make accumulators, can't they? Yes, so why did I put this in an assembler when we could have used, for example, one of the 10 assemblers we have making, that could make... Yeah, I don't know why. Sure, whatever. But this is also just a little mechanism to upgrade batteries. Yeah, you guys... Yeah, all this does is eat the batteries, spit out accumulators into the recycler puts junk on the board. Maybe some of these end up better batteries. In fact, we could probably do more of this, because there's still quite a few batteries drifting past and we might not need that much for science. But yeah, other things we were going to do include, yeah, down here, because the science is short of this fluid. And there are a couple of places where we are... This is an uncommon one, which is good. Yeah, here looks like a decent place to plug this in, because it needs stone, and we're already managing the stone for the holmium process. In fact, one of these things, yeah, these guys that are managing the amount of stone based on how many other refineries we've got, which turned out to be not a particularly great estimate of how much holmium we'd get, but never mind, that's okay. Yeah, we can just upgrade all of these so that they'll put more stone on the belt. And then we can put the stone into the thing, and was that going to be in the way? Maybe, maybe not. Somewhere we can have an offshore pump that will provide the light oil, so that's going to work. You guys are getting the stone as soon as the bots get around to things, and then I guess we just break this, and then move this down by 1, and we should have, yeah, straight up just started putting more of whatever this fluid is that the science needed. We're going to presume that's going to be fine. Can we... do we have... yeah, I guess we do this from the map as well. Can we upgrade that to a rare speed 3 module? Do the bots have a rare speed 3 module is the question. But yeah, a couple of other things like that that we need to just adjust and make all of this work, including, yeah, a lot of this stuff is just out. Okay, so you are out of power, which is kind of bad. That's not what we wanted, but a lot of this stuff can disappear. Yeah, a lot of these miners are out. We need to go and move. Like, if we are not going to be on Fulgora for a while, and we are planning on not being on Fulgora for a while, we should probably have enough mines that they can continue to run and do the things that they need to even while we're not here. So we might have to go and work on that. But that's not even the... Can we have... You know, there's nowhere that it actually gets the... Oh no, we could just move this one. It's nearly going to do everything that it needs, so it's going to be fine. And yeah, need to put down some more mining in... Because part of the problem is that these patches are just small. We need to get more miners on these kind of vault pieces. Like this one is good. This one, the cliffs around the outside just make this super difficult. But what was the... Oh yeah, that was the other thing that I was looking at. We're not at the moment, but a lot of the time, and maybe this is a science thing, hopefully this is all running now. We should have more of this fluid. Are we still short of that fluid? Wild. Okay, sure. Yeah, we're kind of low on, or at least I have seen us be low on power grid, and that's going to be a pretty easy... Actually, not this one. Get the one with... Get the 3 with the power pole in the middle of it, and then I guess we're moving this roboport as well. Sure. Put that there. Put these pipes in the middle. We don't need the heat pipe around the outside. Can we do this in a nasty way? Maybe? And then... Yeah, let's put this here, so that then we can just copy the circuit conditions, which is checking the temperature of the reactor. Yeah, and then we can just have... Okay, I guess we busted the other thing as well, sure, whatever. Yeah, we are now, yeah, only adding fuel if we are below a certain temperature, and then we can have another power plant here? Here? Can we move this pole? Yes. I think that also means we can move this guy to here. And that's gonna be fine. We have just sorted out our power plant problem, and then all these can continue to run. They're going to be fine. Do we have enough water? Probably. These are already, yeah, sharing their load because we connected the steam systems, which was kind of the point. And yeah, power grid stuff got done. What else was... Oh yeah, then the other things that... So we did actually have enough modules for this, which is nice. And then the other thing that struck me is a couple of times when we've seen... Okay, so the belts are kind of low at the moment, because I think the mining is just a problem. Do we not have... We do have all the trains there. Okay, whatever. We're going to presume that's fine. We have noticed that when these 2 boxes fill up of blue belt, like blue belt is currently a thing we are doing that is venting materials. And if these fill up, we run into problems. So I think what we're going to do is, can we, like, how far could... That's already a maximum extension. That's kind of annoying. I guess we could have... Yeah, we're going to move these so that we can have... Actually, we also specifically don't want to limit these. We just want to be able to continue to make them, and then... Also, if we ever have too many, where too many is... What is that? 500, say more than 1,000. Blue belts... More than... You know what? 800. We're not there yet. And 800 is a lot of these. Then we are going to... dodge this out of the way, which is nice. I think also just move these storage chests as well. Whatever. Yeah, there's a bunch of... Actually, I think we keep the armor with us. But then there's a pile of stuff that we don't need, which we will sort out later. And yeah. These, except that it's blue belt greater than, say, 2,000. And then we get one of these recyclers, we put it here, we give it any kind of iron box, and then we have these box inserters, and we just blast everything. If we ever have a surplus, which we currently do, we just continue to blast all the gears, because we have more gears than we need. And we have found that if these back up, then everything just kind of dies, which is kind of sad. Yeah, and then we've also got to be sending this science... Yeah, I think we're still making more yellow science. Yeah, we're making more yellow science than electromag science at the moment, which is a bit weird. That's not the way around it's supposed to be. But continue sending these up to future and whatnot. And yeah, I think the other things... I think there are a couple of other small projects of just mostly of the recycling type of thing like this, to make sure that we come back to a lot of rare quality stuff, or be able to take away a lot of rare quality stuff to be able to use. But then there's also some mining stuff. I'm not sure that's going to be super interesting, because it's going to be, yeah, building more of these outposts that we've seen before. So yeah, montage time. Yeah, I think Fulgora isn't the best planet, but they can't all have stompers. But I do like the way that, yeah, new features that are brought in that were cool things that people heard about and went, you know what we can build with all these, you know, elevated rail things. Do you know what we can do with these non-blocking intersections? Do you know how we can make our rail systems now? Followed by kind of the Trojan horse of, hey, what if you could only build elevated rail? What if certain places only allowed certain elevated rail, and what if other places didn't allow any kind of rail? All these new kinds of problems. So I like the way that, yeah, the new puzzles have been kind of smuggled in. I respect that. I also like the way that, oh yeah, maybe we should actually have the tanks and things like that here. Maybe we should also actually power these things, because we kind of need... There we go, lightning to strike, and now we've got steam, and that all works fine. Yeah, and then the other, you know, fun detail of quality of, hey, would you like to be able to have suits of armor that are just objectively better than your other suits of armor? via quality and things like that, followed by the quirk of, hey, would you like multiple things to keep track of in your inventory and different recipes that only work with certain types? And, you know, what does your army give you? Oh, it gives you extra inventory size bonus. Is that helpful? Not really, because now you've got more stuff to throw away. Whenever you get into... Can I do any of these? Can I be helpful? I can't really be helpful. Why are you... Oh, because you're... Yeah, you're waiting... You're waiting because this tank is empty, but it's fine. Yeah, why aren't we... Oh, because turbines. Did we even bring turbines? No, derp. Cool. So these guys are going to be unhappy for a while. Yeah, you want to leave because, yeah... issues here being that we are running out of mining even faster than I thought. Like, I've only got 2 trains back at the base, and all of this stuff just kind of running down because we, it turns out these patches are disappearing quickly, like, more quickly than I'm getting the other mining online, which is not encouraging. I think we need to go hit those vaults. You know what? You can go. Actually, that's silly because we don't have the bots to do that quickly. Yeah, we need to be getting, in addition to these places. Yeah, go back to the mall. We need to just be getting these other vaults online as well. So now we have to figure out how to do a rail section in the air over here, which is going to be probably pretty easy if we can just line this up like so. Did we have another support underneath there? Probably not. But now we've got two-way track in one section over here, which is entertaining because we want to get to this vault-like area, except it turns out none of these places are short enough distance to be able to span with rail. So maybe we should go all the way around here. We should probably do that anyway to get to this stuff. But yeah, other improvised problems. I do like the way that we get these weird sprawling networks. I think that's a cool thing. Why? Cool. Put this here, and now you can go to it, and I cannot get hit, and then you can go to manual, so that we actually get a decent amount of scrap on you. And yeah, these... We've got kind of these 3... Maybe only these 2 lightning collectors that are collecting enough lightning for the pumps that are powered by this pole. You are emptying all your steam into this kind of weird network that only works because Fluids 2.0. We've got hopefully a decent number of these things. Yeah, you're getting a decent amount of stuff, aren't you? Yeah, sure, cool, great. Yeah, you just continue with... Oh wait, no, because we didn't actually connect it up, did we? Yeah, okay, you're back to manual again. Because we also realized that if we were going to do this, then we would... The only way this worked is if we jumped... I don't like those 2 close together, but whatever. Yeah, if we jumped these 2 rail sections... yeah, cool. It's going to need to go a little further, isn't it? Maybe not that far. Yeah, we've got to go over the vaults in order to get the other... Yeah, things that didn't really work. Can we just get there? Thanks. And then you should be able to take this stuff back. And we've got this weird circuitous route, because it turns out, yeah, when you have a station that's 4 wagons long, because you're trying to get steam in here for the local turbine power grid, and you want to get miners on at least some of this stuff, but also actually be able to get to a place where, yeah, because we can't put a ramp down here because we can't build it on the deep oil ocean, which means there are only a couple of places we can put ramps, and then we've got to figure out how to fit everything else in between. So yeah, elevated rails make everything easier, don't they? Yeah, so elevated rail is cool. Now this section is technically an intersection because it's used by the trains that are going, yeah, from the main loop out to this new station, and also the trains heading back. So that's cool. And yeah, I would like to get this one as well. Although again, like, oh, there's actually a lot more. There's a lot less. There's a lot more shallow oil around this one, and less deep oil. So maybe there are more places that we can fit. Yeah, like even down here, that could be a way that we can get in. So maybe that's more of a possibility. Anyway, let's get this train back to. Yeah, we've got enough. We've got all these guys hanging around with apparently enough. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, apparently enough scrap now, so that's super cool. And yeah, now we can go and assemble. Let's run around and grab all the things we need from... Yeah, grab all this rare stuff. Grab all this rare stuff. Here's how much holmium do we have? Enough? What exactly is the recipe? Is there anything else we need? We just need the Power Armor Mark II. Yeah, fortunately we've got a whole pile of rare level blue chips as well. Okay, so here we go. I believe this is everything we need. Take all of this off. Actually, we are going to blast our inventory when this happens because we've still got a whole lot of outposting material. So get rid of all of this stuff. Actually, yeah, get this down and first set this to mech suit rare quality. Give you all the stuff. And... yeah, all of our personal equipment can go in this box. And then our old armor. Actually, I can wear this armor for the inventory bonus while we... yeah, craft the rare mech armor. Yeah, give me this back. We now have mech armor. What does mech armor look like? Mech armor looks like... oh yeah, it straight up looks like mech armor. That's not entirely surprising. We've got a saw blade or a flamethrower in one hand. Hard to tell. Anyway, let's pick up all our stuff. And yeah, just continue to... I mean, we are again... this grid is so large that we just don't care. We'll sort this out later. But we also... Do I have... I do have the module... oh, I've got enough... okay, yeah. I don't think we need any of these anymore, and I think we can reorganize... I think we can reorganize what goes in this wagon, because I think the wagon crafting is done. Yeah, we've got enough for another 2 backup sets of rare power armor. I don't think we're crafting a backup mech suit. But yeah, mech suit. Yeah, let's go and get this mining online so that we at least have a continued source of, yeah, mining. I mean, this one is this one even any good? I mean, this was also complicated by the fact that there was only parking for 2 here, but also the fact that yeah, sure, we've got the mech suit, we've got the other big thing that we wanted to do here. We can just be, yeah, automating these. Did I just... huh. The mech suit has boosters that... does the mech suit has boosters that let you get over any solid object. But first, another little setup distraction. We are now making acid on Fulgora, or at least will be once we plug these pipes in. We're cracking some stuff, we're making sulfur, we're making acid. As soon as we get water, I've never moduled to save water before. That's a new one. But why would we be doing that here? Well, down here I've also figured out a little layout that will also... let's do this at better quality. Yeah, and then also maybe some better modules everywhere. Upgrade some blue chips from... yeah, if we have a splitter, say, here, and then a piece of belt, and then let's actually put the filter on that we want. We want to find all the blue chips at greater than normal quality and dump them in this box. Yeah. on the... yeah, dump those things in this box. Cool, fine, great. Power this on. And yeah, because we've got all of these ones that we had sitting around for quite a while as well. That we're just building up in the wagon, and now we have... oh, we should actually... let's... this inserter, let's check that we have, yeah, less than 100 red chips, so we don't want to fill up this box so that everything breaks. But we do want to save all of the uncommon green chips, crush all of the uncommon blue chips, and then attempt to turn them into uncommon green chips. And if that doesn't work, well, attempt to turn them into rare blue chips. And if that doesn't work, or we get, you know, other quality ingredients out of this, we can also just directly make these things. But in order to do that, we need some sort of acid. So, I'm actually trying to have these on, yeah. Let's see if we have... this actually lines up kind of well. You've now got acid. I think we might be limited by... we could be limited by a bunch of things. Maybe this finds enough iron, but also it probably doesn't matter because I don't think we need all that much. We're probably limited by the amount of stuff we're getting out of here. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. We've now got another upgraded set of blue chips, and then past this point, we kind of don't need the upgraded blue chips for anything. We're doing, yeah, electromag things with regular blue chips. Didn't crushers, or crushers were elsewhere when they beacons don't take blue chips. Silos we do also need, but the other thing that is a problem now is, yeah, we are at a problem of having a problem with the grid again. Yeah, like that. So this level down here is, I think, when we had 2 electromags on the electrolysis fluid, and when you put the third one online, the science production jumped. And all of the science is, you know, more module electromags. So that's cool, except we also need more grid. And I think we can do that mostly over here as well, because these 4 turbines, serviced by these 2 tanks with steam brought over from this train, are coming from a power grid that could be 160 megawatts. But it's not, because we don't have that many turbines on it. So, I think we could have... it's not really spaced down here, but over here, yeah, we can fit 6 more turbines in this. This is going to be completely fine. We can also have the steam in generally this direction, and then figure out where we can power these turbines, but not connect to these poles that are on the solar and the pumps plural. So yeah, so now we've got... can we have more? I don't want to put too much in here, and then can we have more tanks as well? Sure, okay. The issue here now is these trains might fully empty, and these also need to take the steam over here to the other mining patch before they get more, and they're kind of out of steam at the moment. So let's do steam less than 1,000, and we might also need to... yeah, this is the other train now. It just went over here. Yeah, he was out of steam. Steam less than 1,000. Why did you go away? Whatever, okay. Yeah, we might need more trains here as well now, because this might turn into some trains whose main job is moving around steam, and who secondly moves around some scrap kind of an afterthought, as opposed to being the other way around. But I think also, like this heat exchanger could have 2 more, well, this heating tower could have 2 more exchanges on it if we could figure out where they could fit. And this is a bit of a mess, but also is not there because the heat pipe's to the second one, but maybe this one, did we? I don't think we've got those. I don't think we've got that correct at all. Fluid less than 1k. Cargo equals... oh, we might need to deal with the rarity thing again. Is this looking like it's doing what it should? Maybe it is. Maybe it's also these guys. Yeah, let's also... okay, it looks like it's doing enough. Fine, whatever. Yeah, if we have this heat pipe like so, this is probably enough. We're probably going to need more things grabbing fuel. I can see us being fuel limited, but there is also a water method of getting water in through here, and then we can just pull steam in through here. That's going to be fine, isn't it? The thing we could have here is tanks. And actually, how many of these... So this is now 40 megawatts matching the heating tower, but we could have another one or maybe two turbines here, but we've got one tank. Can we have a second tank? We're going to put a second tank over there. Yeah, so this one only just works. The only way I could figure out how to get this on the island was to have this kind of going around a circle. We're kind of lucky, and I think this was just a 50-50, that we decided to put the fluid wagons directly behind the locomotive, because that could struggle. But anyway, we've actually had to have an intersection for this one as well. For the same reasons, but let's connect this up and hope we can get a train in here and see whether or not... Yeah, let's just go and grab a train. Hey you, what are you doing? Do you want to join us over here? There's also scrap like over here and underneath the ramp, and we're having to kind of mine it from underneath the tracks in some places. It's pretty ugly, but it's gonna work, and that does at least get us the 1.4 million. We also, this one is really running out, so we've pulled back a lot of this mining. We've only got one station now. So yeah, the fact that we've built this nice thing might fall over a little if we can't actually sustain the mining to keep it going. Let's connect this rail up so it can actually get there, and I think we're going to have to kind of roll it in here, say. That looks pretty good. Yeah, somewhat disappointed that I have to have an actual intersection over here. And yeah, our tech at the moment, we have reorganized slightly to be prioritizing the scrap recycling and the mining productivity while getting some other useful stuff that we might get around to at some point. Just to also try and help us not run out of scrap quite so quickly. One of the other long-term setup things that I've got to think about is what to do with this wagon crafting now that we are done crafting all the modules for the rear armor. Because it turns out that we left this going while we were connecting up mining, and now have so many modules that we don't just have one or two extra suits of rare Power Mark II armor. We have 4 full sets of, rare Power Armor Mark II. I think this is why Fulgora is the Deathworld, is because we are the Deathborn of Fulgora. We can just go and fight anything we want and still have all kinds of backup supplies. Getting the amount of stuff we have off the planet might be the problem. But I think that means we want to turn this wagon into maybe something that upgrades red chips. If we can get rid of, one of these things that would let us get rid of all of this stuff around the edge. If we make here red chips at uncommon quality, and then we also make red chips at rare quality, you won't be able to get away with it without having a lot of this stuff, which would be really good. If we make you actually had red chips at rare quality, fine, whatever, cool, good. And then this inserter coming back from the recycler can grab plastic of any kind and coils of any kind, and then we can trash specifically red chips of uncommon quality, and if we get ourselves some quality modules, then we might soon have a good way of, all of these speed modules won't want to be here anymore. A lot of these blue and red chips, we're still making green chips would be good to get into these electric engines, but a lot of these green chips, we just have a lot more green chips than we really want, which I guess is fine. I think other things we do, we could pull out... let's do a filter on this for the rare red chips, because we are putting these things in the network elsewhere, and then we're also catching any that are still in the belt down here. So we can put these in the network for module upgrades, which is going to be pretty important, and then... because we don't have We don't have blue chips going through there at all now. LDS is this different process that we could just put here because that's slightly tidier. And then I think, yeah, I think we just let all the green chips... I think we just let all the green chips fall through, to be honest. Yeah, we take the red chips of any quality out, which is mostly the... Yeah. Cool, and then I think, where does... Like, this belt comes all the way over here, right? So we could get reliable, rare quality green chips, if there are still on the belt, by moving this and jumping this over. And also, yeah, giving you a... use filter rare green chips. And now any rare green chips that drift past, sure, we will have a way of also getting them into the network, right? Yeah, you can have... Yeah, you don't have anything that I want, yeah. And then... So this wagon here is only going to be doing red chip stuff. So these rare... Actually, no, the rares we kind of do want to leave, don't we? And then, yeah, this is just a lot more green chips than we really care about. Yeah, so now we've got some red chips also being upgraded, which is great. And then the other thing that was going to go on over here is, yeah, we're not actually processing any of the rare holmium. So I think we want to get ourselves an inserter and set this filter to rare holmium, and then also just get ourselves... what are you doing? Yeah, you can be in the network as well. Why not? I see no downsides to you also being in the network. Yeah, just unpack any of the rare holmium from that, because we're not actually using it. And then this one, we actually don't want to enable disable at all. We just want to get rid of all of that stone. We are going to have enough stone at the other holmium loop to be able to press all of this. To be able to process all of it. It's going to be fine. We're actually short of stone. Oh no, we're not short of stone here. We're just using all the stone over here. Yeah, it's fine. Why? Oh, because we had this huge backlog of other red chips over here. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, curious things about this base. Like, sometimes when it works, but also... Actually, it's also logistics network these, because we might need them. Yeah, sometimes things like this will decide we're trashing a new thing, and we'll end up with, yeah, a whole pile of stuff backed up. And it turned out that at the other side of the base, I think I'd hand-fed something in here that we'd picked up, like maybe a bunch of stone or maybe a bunch of steel or stuff, and found out that all of this had jammed up, which is kind of awkward, because even when it's fully running, we are only unpacking the end of this belt at the rate at, you know, which there are gaps in the other belt, which means that if all of this stops running, then the blue belt kind of slows down. We don't take as much off the belt. Yeah, here's where we're also grabbing some other things for logistics networks, because we also have at this point some Logibot mall upgrade stuff, which is pretty cool. But I think what we want to do is something like output priority onto one side, and then have another belt, because now we can check this belt to see whether or not this entire system is backed up and not call the trains in. Like over here, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of trains here, do we? Yeah, we're doing this thing where we're checking that this should be equal to 0, because we didn't want the trains to go unless this output signal was in fact 1, so that's not been set up correctly the whole time. And then we've not actually been even checking the signal, so that's cool. So let's do this equals 1. And so hopefully this train... okay. No, this is the station. That's not what we want to do there at all. We want to be checking the train schedules. Yeah, okay. So we do just want to be sending to train. Yes, which we are. And then... let's actually set that back to what it was, because probably there's... But why don't we have other trains here? Are we... Oh, we don't have any other fuel here. Okay, let's check these schedules. What do we... yeah, circuit equals 0. Yes, okay, fine. Okay, so the problem here... Okay, we're not fueling these reactors, which means we don't have the steam, which means this part of the base is also kind of shutting down because we're waiting to get the steam, which is a little bit of an issue. But why are we not putting the steam in? It's because we're not getting the signal from the combinator because we need the steam. We are low temperature, but we don't have the income water. We have run down all the water. I did notice these ice cubes were running pretty hard. So I think let's just, change this to just 8k, just to make it run. But then also over here, delete some of these turbines, just to reduce how much of that nuclear steam we are running. Okay, so that was maybe one thing we fixed. Maybe, I mean, the power grid is still pretty fine. We were just using too much nuclear steam. And actually, if we could just like speed module this guy, because the issue was we were pulling water out. We should probably not be surprised that we were pulling water out faster than we were making it, because this is only 20 per second, and each of these guys is, what, 10 water per second, and we were expecting to use maybe 4 of them continuously, so we need, that's not good enough. But yeah, oh yeah, I wanted that combinator, didn't I? This combinator, somewhere over here, and then also large poles, so that we can connect. You've got the, yes, and then we read all the contents of these belts. Nope, like that. And now we've got, now we've got the scrap signal, which says that we are currently backed up, because at the moment the trains are looking at this section to be, for their circuit to be equal to 0. Because we don't actually have the combinator in the loop. Okay, so this also never worked. Okay, so in theory, and maybe we hang around long enough to see, okay, so this is getting the scrap signal of 1, which is cool because we should be reading it off the belt. And then all these trains should wait here until this piece of belt over here cleans all its contents off, which is the lowest priority, which means hopefully all this stuff can push through the build, and then otherwise we just kind of turn everything off, hopefully. Do we even have... Okay, so we do at least have these trains over here. I was wondering whether or not part of the other way this would kind of unmess itself up was if this entire section was empty because everyone was waiting for their steam, then we'd be able to unpack this better. But yeah, things that are a continued mess. Other things that I'm thinking about are, I would like to make a big supply of, things we would like include laser turrets and personal defense lasers wherever they are, which we can get around to at some point. We need, some of these things we will Logibot in. We need steel and batteries and green chips, and we have a surplus of all of those. I'm pretty sure if we look at what's getting thrown in the trash, we have a surplus of steel. We have not there a surplus of batteries, but somewhere down here we can see a surplus of batteries. Here's a surplus of just regular batteries. Uncommon quality batteries, not so much. And then also we've got a surplus of green chips here, even if we don't in other places. Which means that if we could get ourselves... do I have the green inserters? Okay, a couple of distractions, but we have now completed a build. We're grabbing some iron, we're adding some copper to it, and then over here, we're making the laser turrets. We're putting the laser turrets in a wagon. Let's actually power all of this stuff on. There and there, and like, I guess, you know, kind of whatever. And yeah, we make all these laser turrets, we make them with quality, we put them in the wagon, we then put them in the recycler, which puts them in this box. This bottom half is a bit of a mess. All these three assemblers needed to get to both waste products and also be able to put things back in the wagon, and so the one that is normal, yeah, just takes things directly from the recycler output, and then the recycler only puts back in the wagon things of quality. And so we make a bunch of laser turrets, we recycle most of them, we recycle any laser turrets of normal quality, and then on the other side of this thing, yeah, personal laser defense at uncommon quality, personal laser defense at rare quality. We need to set up, what is it? Blue chips LDS, actually, how many of each? 20 and 5? Okay, you guys are going to get 10 and 10 of each, because that seems like it's going to be pretty easy. 10 blue chips, I mean, all of this is going to be input limited anyway, though, isn't it? Like, it's going to be limited by the number of... It's going to be limited by the number of laser turrets we make, because it just takes so long to get the things of the correct quality. And then also this one, low density structure, 10 uncommon, and blue chips uncommon, also 10. Okay, and then we are taking out of this wagon anything, yeah, just rare personal laser defense. So in a correction to a previous statement, this might be the Deathworld of Fulgora, that we can just automate rare personal laser defense at the rate at which steel arrives, apparently. But yeah, that's actually, we don't have to have this fully unlimited. We can say if there's personal laser defense rare less than, I don't know, 40? We're going to be putting them on spider drones and stuff, right? Okay, so now we just come back a long while later and we'll have a bunch of stuff to play with. Yeah, let's make sure we have a bunch of stuff to play with. 60 sounds like a better number of personal laser defenses rare. And then on this side, the copper is being used to make red ammo, which is also being quality moduled, which is going into this other... Yeah, we haven't set up these request chests either, but basically, we make a bunch of red ammo, we put it on the belt. We make defender, yeah, somewhere over here. Oh yeah, this one was going to be just regular gear wheels. This is regular and just like 50, because we don't need a whole lot. And then these ones are not sushi'd. But then we get some defender robots. The defender robots go back on the belt. If we get any rare or uncommon bits, we also make those into defender robots. We make the next tier of robots from that, and we end up with the highest tier of robots that need steel and blue chips, which is why we've got all these other request chests around to request the other qualities of things. And then over here there's a splitter that says if we get any rare level destroyer capsules, which I am pretty impressed to discover quality capsules improve both the range and the damage, which is pretty huge. So rare over there, and then if we get any normal quality defender capsules or not rare destroyer capsules, and so that way we don't have to worry about normal inputs over here. We just make a bunch of destroyer capsules, we trash all of them, and then yeah, any let's do this the other way around, any gear or iron wheel, yeah, gear or green chip inputs end up over here. These may or may not be the same quality. I thought we were sideloading that properly, but we are not, so it's fine, let's just do that. And then yeah, there's a rare one in here which these ones would not be able to handle, but these inserters will grab anything that has a quality that the yeah, and now these are on the belt, and now a different one has got one. And so yeah, we're going to read what's on the belt, we're going to set all of these have quality based item checks on them, so that we're never adding too much extra stuff to the belt. And this is also just going to go until... When does this stop? Does this just also fill up a box of these things? I think we can do the same thing over here. We can link these two to this pole, to this pole, to this chest. And this is a completely separate network. And then we can say enable disable if destroyer capsules? What's the difference between these things? I think it's the destroyer capsule that I want, isn't it? Less than or equal to, I don't know, 400? We want a lot of these things, right? What are we making? We're making the destroyer capsule, yes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so this is why we had the copper as well, although it looks like we're going to be kind of limited by both copper and also steel, and that we may also be affecting our ability to make chips when we do this. But yeah, continuing obsessions with quality makes it really nice to be able to just request this stuff and somewhere find, yeah, okay, you can have some blue chips, it's fine. Yeah, just continue to find the things, oh, that's the, yeah, we should actually check that we've got the correct qualities on these things, because otherwise stuff won't work. Yeah, rare of each, give me these. Uncommon of each, yeah. So there's some faff to deal with, but we might also be in the situation of being able to return to Fulgora and get a whole pile of stuff. And then I need to be quite careful about the rest of these requests, because they're each tied to, yeah, a particular resource that might be needed by particular ones of these. But, you know, that's a thing to set up. So yeah, all of that, and then also go and plug all this mining in, for which we have cleared out a lot of the junk, but there's still also got to set the mining up. This is not the quick Fulgoran exit we were kind of hoping for. Are these... This is just completely out? I really keep forgetting that I've got these other chests of all these other modules that we could just be upgrading all this other laser stuff with. Get the recycler, get the... yeah. Yeah, so according to graphs and charts and things like that, I think we've been on Fulgora for around 25 hours, which is a while. Maybe more than we should have, but we have turned it into a bit of a beast. We are, yeah, with this science build, grid is still pretty fine, none of these ugly flat peaks of things capping out, and production-wise, in the last hour, we are pushing out, this is the the uncommon science, on the region of, 20 to 30, and then the common science is where? Show me the common science. Yeah, so kind of a lot. So I think this is batteries being taken by laser upgrades, which is fine, but we're still pushing out 100 to 120 SPM worth of Fulgoran science, which is probably more than we need. We might need more silos to take away everything we want to leave this place with. But yeah, we've got more mining. There's this extra little vault down here. These trains complaining about not having anywhere to go is fantastic, because it means that all of the ingestion train stations are at their limit. And yeah, quality modules over here. Let's actually, yeah, I reckon we can upgrade the quality on all of the holmium processing. You've already got multi-quadules. Yeah, Holmium processing here. You guys are still... Yeah, we could probably upgrade the quality on the Holmium there as well. And then can we also just... Oh, this is waiting for quality module for more quality. What are these things called? I hardly use them. Accumulators, yeah, things that other players build their Fulgoran base around, and we have not. And then you know what else I reckon we could do? I reckon we can do rare efficiency module upgrades for all of these things, and because we've got that stuff around. And then these are also, yeah, let's throw in all these modules as well. We are I mean, we actually should have started with these ones, shouldn't we? Never mind. Yeah, we are kind of rich. Then the sushi madness is doing a thing. We've already got 6 of these rear lasers. We've got 4 bots. It's all doing pretty fine. Yeah, the reason why all this stuff is going sushied onto belts, even though it could be like we could have done this with dedicated chests, but we never know what we're going to get out of the recycler, and so this means that there's a stable, manageable amount of all the different rainbow of stuff coming out. So yeah, that's I think the yellow side's not really running because batteries, of course. We're now using more batteries. Maybe we want to. Now we're just going to upgrade a bunch of things. It's going to be fine. Yeah, I think we might need another silo to deal with the amount of stuff that we're kicking out, because there's also the yellow sites that we want to go somewhere. There's also all of these red chips, which are a thing we want to do continuously rather than just as part of an exit. But as part of an exit, we kind of also want to grab the recyclers. And yeah, over here, I've just been shuffling when it looks like we've had a lot. Holmium from the Holmium store into the boxes that help make us electromagnet plants, and we've got quite a few of these now, and we want to take these with us as well. And so these are also all launchers. How many launchers? Rocket capacity 5. We are going to need another silo. I don't know if we want this many, but we do want a lot because Novice has got some stuff to do. And yeah, and then, oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to mention, wasn't it? Down here, it does look like we're doing a pretty good job of not actually leaking that much stuff. I mean, over here, this is a controlled exit of ice and solid fuel and stone and concrete and things we don't really care about. And then this side is everything that's drifting through the mall and the science, and it looks like we've done a really good job of kind of grabbing and utilizing all of it. We did notice when we put the lasers in that we were short of copper, and so now we're also grabbing chips as well, not rare chips, they're still going into the electric engines. Here we're also grabbing chips, and then we're grabbing the coils and punching them back into the recycler with the hope of getting more copper, which we are moving via Logibots to the lasers. And yeah, I think we've just got figure out what we want to take away from this, because there's still quite a bit of, oh yeah, maybe we should also limit the inputs to these things so that we're not just constantly punching this stuff out. Are you... Yeah, these guys are just manufacturing. Maybe the... Oh no, it isn't. We're just straight up managing it with chest limits. Oh well. Yeah, we want to take a bunch of this stuff with us. We want to figure out what we want to take, first of all, back to Novice, and then second of all, to Vulcanus. And yeah, then do things like, we've got 46 rear gun turrets. Sounds like some ships can get some upgrades. We've got... I think we can probably hand feed this some more stuff and get a couple more personal batteries out, because we've also got a couple of other sets of personal armor to equip, and that's also why I'm running around with just regular uranium fuel cells. Some time has passed, and we have 4 rockets left. We're sending, yeah, the backup armor up to human. because we're just going to drop it back down from orbit, depending on whereabouts we are. And we didn't end up going with another rocket silo. We ended up making a beacon, rare beacon, rare speed module 2. These silos would usually be on what, 60% with 4 prot mod 2s in it. They're getting about a 90% speed boost or something like that just from this one beacon. With an efficiency module 2, it's not even that much more power expensive. We did end up limited on rocket fuel, so somewhere down here, we're pulling any spare solid fuel off the Spiral of Doom. We're sending that with logistics requests to over here. There's also a logistic request for rocket fuel from the other power grid as well. We also slapped together... Yeah, in addition to the wagon craft and the sushi, we have a little bot mall for shields and legs, and then we're turning some of the rare steel into rare iron into rare steel. We'll worry about this later when we've got more stuff to put in it, but we've got a more equipped suit now. So, almost everything is up there at the moment, other than us. We're close. We're nearly there. We will ride this last rocket. I'm pretty sure the suit comes with us, not actually sure. Our bots are up there, our ammunition is up there. Not everything we plan on taking to Vulcanus is up there, but that's fine. We can restock a bunch of stuff from... Actually, if we are taking... Future can already just go back to Novice. That's fine. And then, is Grundolf going directly to Vulcanus? I don't see why not. I mean, there's nothing here in particular that... Yeah, let's just see what that... Let's see what that's like. Let's see whether or not that planet is... Or, like, that journey is any more difficult. Travel to space platform human. Issues are going to include... We aren't going to have a platform providing ice for the power grid elsewhere, so maybe that's just another thing that we fix in remote mode. Other things that I wondered about doing from Fulgora but didn't include making platform parts, so maybe that's also a thing we do with Logibots. But yeah, mostly pretty fine. We're gonna go and head over to Nauvis. Turns out, Grundolf that we sent to Vulcanus goes Fulgora to Nauvis, Nauvis to Vulcanus, rather than just going directly. That's interesting. Okay, we're on Novice. We can jetpack over the labs. That's pretty exciting. First things to do. This is kind of a mess. So even before we call down... Actually, let's go and call down some of our stuff. Let's go... We've got a little bit of space there, so we can have our personal bots, the nice rare ones. We can get our guns. I think that's about all we want at the moment. Yeah, give me my stuff. Anyway, that's not the right button. What we wanted to do was rearrange these so that we had other boxes coming out of them, so that we weren't quite so restricted. To the extent that we can, all of this stuff out of the main landing pad, so we can get space. And then I think somewhere else, and maybe it's here, into a logistics chest. Actually, if we have space, being able to double logistics chest the red chips would also be pretty big. But this we want to use filters for biochambers of any quality. We want to grab the electromags also of any quality. We want the recyclers of any quality, and we also want the carbon fiber of any quality. Because we currently have a pile, or will soon have a pile of that stuff. Yeah, give me my shotgun shells. And where are my bots? Here are my bots. So all of this we should be able to clean out a bit. Other than over here, you've got to integrate that as well, don't we? Okay, let's start calling the stuff down. Oh yeah, we remoduled a whole pile of Novice stuff because Novice is having problems with getting enough stuff. That's a thing we're going to readdress later, but for the moment, yeah, we have apparently rare prod mods in the engines. Okay, I decided that was a good idea. And bunch of blue science at, yeah, 18% productivity, 3 speed, 3 prod mod 2s, that's fine. What I really wanted was a bunch of these so we can crank out a whole lot of assembling machines. Should we be doing this in an assembler with quality? Yeah, probably. I don't really mind about that yet. Yeah, we wanted this guy to have quality so that we can make wooden boxes with quality, and then we also want to yeah, just immediately dump these recyclers, immediately dump the wooden boxes into a recycler, and then run this around in a circle, and we're going to get a whole pile of wood. And yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what this plan is. Yeah, Novice is having a bunch of problems that all look like this, with miners running out, but that's not why we're here. We are over here to make some rare quality portable fusion reactors, of which I don't quite have enough stuff yet. But we have some of the stuff, and then, oh wait, not these yet. We want fuel cells at quality, which is why we have a chunk of this iron. In fact, we're not going to need that much of it. And over here we've got, yeah, 5. 5 is a nice number, and 100 is. I don't know how many of these we need. Wait, what is the recipe? 4 of these, so we're only going to need 2 cycles of this. First cycle, second cycle, put all the rocks back in the box, it's going to be fine. Okay, so now we've got 2 cycles of fancy things, and we can make rare quality other fancy things, which is pretty exciting. I do need to go and get more rare blue chips. I think we have a couple here. We're nice and fast, so we can just go and, yeah, jump over things. And down here, I believe there's a box of some number. Not enough. We need to keep this running. In fact, I think maybe we can prod mod. Can we just, yeah, have all these guys at quality, please? And then also maybe get more red chips in here. Anyway, we're going to worry about that later. 1 or 2 of these reactors probably going to be fine for the moment. Did you have enough for the second thing? Yeah, okay, so portable fusion reactor rare. Now let's actually take some of this seriously. And I think that means we're going to take everything out. The rare one's going to go in. We're going to have another one soon. Yes. And then we need only another 40, which is fine. Yeah, let's get the other one of these in. Let's get all 7 legs in. Let's click on some things. That's very nearly a fully equipped. Okay, the next fun plan is flamethrower fuel, for which we're currently just doing a whole lot of steel for landmines and stuff like that as well. We'll need them later. What we're actually going to do is change to rare quality flamethrower fuel, because now we've also got, where can this go? This can go here. We want to save some amount of steel for a shotgun, maybe several shotguns, but yeah, just make me a whole lot of flamethrower fuel. You're now going to be limited by the steel, and we actually won't need this flamethrower fuel at all, so I'm going to get rid of it. But we will soon have, yeah, there we go. We will have rare flamethrower ammo with our rare flamethrower. We're going to work on getting a rare quality shotgun. How are we doing with all this stuff? Oh, we've already got 11 wood. I think that's actually all we need. Rare combat shotgun. Success. All a pile of rare stuff. We enjoy that a lot. Another thing we bought is a whole bunch of productivity module 2s because they were kind of there, and yeah, this means we could just give our labs an upgrade to get us from, it's probably not going to be much, is it? From 12% productivity to 14% productivity. Sure, fine, get it done. Yeah, so we're in the interesting situation of the Coverix having filled up chests of stuff. Okay, partly because we missed a belt, so we're not actually filling these 2 chests, but we've still got, you know, a lot of the stuff that we don't have any particular plans for. Actually, could we... We have Oh no, we don't have quite enough coverts to kick off the uncommon level, but whatever. The thing being, I think we're going to need to drop some more nuclear power, like another whole set of reactors, because the problem that Novice has looks like this. We just have... no, move... Nope, not that. Move the map, there we go, and then press the buttons. Yeah, a lot of these miners are just gone, and this is impacting basically everything, from yeah, not really making enough green chips, which we can fix with, yeah, these guys need better productivity bonuses, and we do that with the electromags, they get better. We've got a lot more assemblers now that we can use for the LDS, we can make that better as well. All of this processing, we can get more productivity bonuses out. We can stretch the same copper a lot further. Yeah, same with the red chips, which we're also now importing, so all that is getting slightly easier. Beaconing and moduling all this stuff does have a power grid cost, so where can put it? I mean, 2.0 fluids, this can go literally anywhere, as long as we make sure that... Why were those... Did I run out of pipes in the other case? Okay, whatever. Yeah, these can go basically anywhere. I mean, also fluids 2.0 things, you know, the easiest way to do this, we could just get a whole nother row of these and just slap it in. Maybe twice? Maybe we just remove these two roboports. I think everything is probably still connected. Everything is still connected, cool, and then we can just do that again. This is definitely more than we need. And we also don't have the reactors for this. But yeah. Yeah, so I think we'd mold this somewhere else previously, but now it's in this place. Let's get some more... I mean, maybe I should do this carefully. I don't think I'm going to do this carefully. I think we're just going to go mleh, and we have... yeah, I don't like that around the pipes, but it already does that. We'll crash into it, it'll be fine. We now have, once we actually power this on, a nice way to just build with Logibots all the stuff, because I didn't really feel like figuring out where we'd previously built that, put that back. So, all of these requests... Yeah, turbines we're building somewhere else, there's some laser-turret wall stuff, yeah. So, we've got to go and build... Yeah, this copper's running down, we've got to do something about that. All of these copper miners may as well no longer exist. We need to get some more copper from somewhere. Hey, I wonder where we could find some copper. Hello, Nauvis Deathworld. I am Fulgoran Deathworld. Yes, Llama is still pretty effective. And how fast are we? Yeah, so suit test, lasers test, pretty good. Shotgun test, pretty good. Yeah, so I have a feeling that the next time we run into the Stompers, it's not going to go how it used to. Yeah, I guess just let's go up the coastline and see how much area the map wants me to take. Wait, can I even just... Oh, you poor biters, this is incredibly mean. Why would I do such a thing? Oh, you know what I should do at this point? I should check what the Spawner hit points are up to 3,000. We've got 3,000 hit points per spawner. That's quite nice. They're the same as a Behemoth worm now. We're in Behemoth territory. I wonder how that much is worth. The answer is not much. Maybe we should put guns in all the turrets. The map is pretty clearly telling us that we should be taking all of this territory, although to here or to maybe here, maybe we could just enclose this forest. Bad news for these guys anyway. Let's look at how much damage is coming out of our guns with the current upgrades we've got. We've got over 200 damage per bullet. That's a pretty bad time for biters. What about landmines? How much damage are landmines doing these days? 500 damage per landmine. Okay, fine. My bots are not on. Good. Always things we kind of worry about forgetting. Oh, I got more flamethrower ammo. Let's use the flamethrower. That's somewhat effective, isn't it? Yeah, guns are still pretty effective. Okay, new plan. I think we want to be running a wall across the top here and hitting this lake, and then using this lake as the corner, and then running directly down from this lake and just fully enclosing this forest, which is bad news for all of these biters. Technology-wise, we are pretty much just pushing through whatever we have the packs for. Maybe it's yellow, maybe it's purple, maybe it's electromag. Not particularly concerned. There's still a lot of stuff we want, and it's taking ages because marathon. But also the lack of copper is impacting LDS, and then also sometimes the other sciences because the train stations aren't getting there. So let's go and turn this thing on. We've got, the nastiest possible hack of ways to get copper in here. We're just going to push it into this existing smelting because, every minute we spend here is, we did get the schedule on this guy, is time when we're not doing fun stuff on Vulcanus, and this episode has already been about 10 hours of doing stuff time, even if most of it is just copying blueprints and stuff around the place. And we grabbed this copper because it was right here for this fuel, so that's fine. We're probably going to need to do something different about this train line. We needed more iron as well because both of these iron supplies are running down and this one is almost completely gone, so all of that's pretty grim. Let's just smash this in somewhere so we can get the base mostly working again. And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to compress this belt. We're going to compress the rest of all of this. In fact, do we still have... I think what we're going to do is grab... Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. We're going to throw this thing here and go, if we ever have any copper, just put it there. I don't really care about it. And that means that we can reorganize all this stuff. And... actually, that one can stay. Do this, get most of this stuff out of the way. And then if we get... because I think the plan is just going to be... we've got 2 red belts of this stuff coming off the train. We can have a splitter here and a splitter here. And these can be the places that we can just... run these resources in. I wanted that one on the closer side, but it doesn't actually matter. And everything should just turn back on again and be fine. And then all we have to do over here is rebuild this splitter a little bit. And then everything can be happy and functional. And we can then go to Vulcanus. Kind of, not quite. We need to rebuild a couple of things as well. First of all, I want to rebuild all of this low-density structure to use better productivity bonuses, but I think I also want to do this with a red belt. We've got, 1 red belt of maybe 2 red belts of copper? We were going to do this with red belt as well, weren't we? We can just go, just dump those in the same place. I guess we're doing... red belt. I guess we're doing Logimol stuff somewhere. Are we doing Logimol stuff anywhere? But we wanted to get in here. I also don't know whether it's going to be particularly easy to watch, like, me moving around with all of the legs that we have now. But basically, do I care about any of this stuff? This was the other overflow thing. We're also going to get rid of this. We're going to have... we're just going to hack in all of this as quickly as possible, because you know what Vulcanus is good for. Completely reorganizing all of the mining and smelting techs. Anyway, do we want any of this? I don't think we want any of this at all, so let's just blast this entire chips build and do a new one. Actually, let's... okay, I was going to leave this splitter. Because, where are my electromags? Here they are. I didn't really think that much about ratios. Well, I didn't want to, and then I did. So, it turns out if we do something like a 2:3, for different qualities of stuff. Where is this? These are 4 wide. So we're going to need... this is going to be interesting in soda issues, isn't it? Because... I figured out that if we do the moduling we want, and the moduling we want is... okay, do this from the map so we can ghost this stuff in. If we do 3 and 4 prod mod 2s and then some speeds, I believe these end up ratioing really well with all the productivity and speed bonuses to do a 2 to 3 into the chips. But that does mean that we need... should I have... Yeah, let's get rid of these inserters. We're never going to be using yellow inserters again, probably. Let's have the bulk inserters here. Because we're going to need... Are we going to need bulk inserters all the way through? And if we do, how do we make sure that we get... How do we get power to these middle ones is a question. Maybe we drop these ones and do that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Because we're going to have a large number of coils to move around. Did we get this? Yeah, and then these are probably also going to need double fast in and double bulk out. Because again, the amount of... Yeah, what are these things doing? 6.26 per second, consuming 10 coils per second, making slightly over 10 coils per second, which I'm pretty happy with. So yeah, let's we're probably going to need... If we have 4 bulk inserters out, we're probably going to need 2... We're actually only going to need 2 fast in here, aren't we? Never mind. Okay, so we're also going to try and do this with red belt, and this is the thing we want to put basically here, having broken everything. So, grab all of this. How did I want this to work? I wanted this to be... And then we wanted red belt because we need the throughput. And then we also wanted another of these on vertical flip here. Like so. And then... we are going to need to upgrade both of these, and this is going to be the, yeah, the red belt out that we can just run into. Yeah, actually, let's get rid of all of this stuff as well. Maybe I should have my bots off for this. Maybe I should just exclusively be doing this with house bots. But never mind. Upgrade this, run these guys in here, get rid of this stuff. Okay, so this is the, yeah, this is going to give us these 3 making 6 each are going to give us in total 18, but we're only going to be able to use 15 of them. Same with the other side, and this will give us roughly, oh, did we break the... We did break it. Let's put it back. Yeah, this will give us roughly the number of green chips we were making previously, but using significantly less copper, which kind of doesn't matter because we've also got all of that copper arriving now. But this is going to be the plan. Yeah, then we're going to need a red splitter, say, here. I don't really mind where. Let's do this with undergrounds as well. Going to here, that actually landed really nicely. And then I guess we're doing regular power poles. Gross. And yeah, then we just need to get power in somewhere. And then we need to get iron on the inside of each of these. So, how are we going to do that? Can we go... on the inside. That is gross, but it's going to work. Yeah, I could worry about upgrading all of these to red belt for the entire duration, but I also don't really think it matters. Yeah, I don't like that either. Whatever. Things that we are going to rebuild with better tech later. Okay. So, in theory, this means that... Oh yeah, let's get rid of all of this stuff out of our inventory as well. And then, because we've just got a red line through here, let's prioritize this into one of the builds, and then this other build can also just be the one that kicks the rest of the copper into the copper train, which, yeah, all these things are still struggling. We kind of need to just kick them over to the other places because... Okay, we're actually kind of running at the moment. But yeah, the LDS is struggling. This other iron is also struggling. Yeah, we need more trains on the iron as well, because now that we're going further distances... okay, maybe they're okay. Yeah, we extended the stations because other patches are running out. Okay, we also want to basically delete and redo the low density structure as well, I believe. And so to that end, thanks bye, and oh, the steel is running through this as well. I think we're okay with that. I think we're just going to blast all of this and do something. Yeah, do something similar to, yeah, let's figure out a new build that we can do down here for low density structure, for which I think we're going to do... Are we just going to do... No, that's right. I was wondering whether or not we had the modules around, and I think we do. I think we can do this with rare. Maybe we should do... Oh no, these ones are already filling a belt, aren't we? It's kind of fine. It does not matter. Oh wait, we also kind of need to upgrade this splitter here, because actually I've got one of these, don't I? Because otherwise we are limiting that throughput to a yellow belt, and now we are doing things strictly better, so that's fine. Okay, I think we want to module and beacon this, and I think we want to have a yellow belt of plastic and steel on one side, and then a red belt of copper on the other side. But then I guess this means that we are doing inputs and outputs on this belt, and just putting copper on the inside of this belt. Because the idea was something like this, beacons in the middle, and then another belt of this. Yeah, except if we're doing this, then we actually aren't getting enough. If we're using the outside... Oh no, we can use, we can actually use the outside of... We can use another belt over here for outputs. So we could have a full belt of red. We could have a full belt of copper in, but I also don't think it matters, because we've only got maybe 3 lanes of copper to work with, depending on how this prioritization works. Or maybe a second. Okay, so maybe we can get 2 full red belts of copper in here. Okay, so we grab this, we would put it, say, here. If we have 2 full red belts of copper, we are going to need a full yellow belt of plastic, and so that's why we've got space for beacons in the middle, as opposed to some kind of, like, underground thing with the beacons here, because that would reduce the amount of plastic we could get in. So this is going to be our LDS build. Do we actually have... Yeah, we have a new platform, because Grundov needs better ice supply. Could you also please give us all your beacons and all of these things? Thanks. And then, do you just want to go back to Fulgora? Maybe I have to drop those, because with all of... Wait, did we get speed modules as well? Speed modules, please. Yeah, just the uncommons. All of... Oh wait, those were the tier 1s. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I think this is going to be the plan that we want. Let's get rid of... Yeah, let's make this thing kind of tile, and then we're going to have steel and plastic here, which means at the end of the build we can still capture the steel out. We're going to want power through all of this, and then we're going to want to grab all this thing and figure out how many of them we want generally in this neighborhood, where this is already kind of doing what it needs to. Yeah, sure, fine. This is also a nice compact build, isn't it? Let's go one. I don't know, how many of these do we want? This is going to give us a lot of productivity bonus, which is nice. We're going to do that many, and then we're also going to say they should be in storage now, shouldn't they? Give me... Yeah, just like here. And then I guess also from... yeah, we're going to need to go somewhere from the map, aren't we? We're either going to queue these things from somewhere. Yeah, because I don't want to give these things too many beacons. In fact, the number of beacons I want to give them is roughly half. So this is going to be the size of our build, which I am happy with. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, let's get these inputs in here. Here's plastic and steel, and we kind of wanted... something like this, with... where is the steel going? Oh, we don't need that steel at all. This is all just... and then we also don't need the rest of this plastic. We're going to have a smaller build, which we have not really looked at the numbers for, but it's going to be fine. All of this can probably also disappear. We shouldn't have any quality now, shouldn't we? We should have run out all of the quality stuff, because we're just doing productivity there. Oh yeah, all of these things we're just going to do productivity with. We're not going to worry about quality at the moment, because it's mostly just about getting Novice back online. So we can go away and do better... yeah, so we can just basically go to Vulcanus and then not worry about things. Yeah, let's go here and then there, and I'll put these guys on the right. Both of them. Run this back. Nope, we're going to need full belts there. And then, what is this? Was this belt ever doing anything? Oh, that was the quality belt. I think we can get rid of the quality belt. Then we also need to get... what kind of speeds did we end up with here? 2.5? Oh, this is way more than we need, isn't it? This is probably more than we need. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to make sure stuff gets in. Okay, where can... what are we doing here? I think we can run this differently as well. Not there. So that... I mean, are these guys... let's presume that this is... I mean, these are not going to end up balanced particularly well, but I also don't really think I mind. Red belt here. And this was so we can get rid of all of this stuff. And then just go underground a couple of times. And then we're in the right place, hey? So we're making low density structure. We're making low density structure with a lot more productivity bonuses. Yeah, these productivity bonuses on the green chips are now, what, 74%, and then another 68% productivity in the coils, so that's all pretty good. And then we just need to connect these things to their outputs. Whereas this is... so the LDS and steel are these two. Okay, so... yeah, rotate these, press the wrong button. So that's some steel. Steel is the bottom one? Yes. Belt of steel, sorted. And then this one is just straight up the LDS. Okay, so those are two of the things we have re-ingested, and I guess most of this disappears. Although we could have... yeah, let's do that as well. If the LDS ever backs up, we can have... where's a splitter? Actually, this is just going to need to go further, isn't it? Does it actually connect? It does not. That is a place that we're happy with. Okay, lane balance that, and then there was, yeah, this other belt of copper through here. So now we can put up to 2 red belts of copper on a train, which is pretty bad. Yeah, we're just going to kick all these off again because we just need to... We need more trains. I don't consider that a super interesting part of what's going on. All of, yeah, can we have my bots again? Although house bots are probably already turning up to build this. And, yeah. Can we... so we've got, yeah, we've got at most 3 belts of copper through this. And we have done enough of a build so that we are going to... yeah, I think that's fine. It doesn't need to be good. We can come back later. In a very similar way, we are going to hack in a bunch of electromags making red chips in place of what we've already got here. And actually, we're going to go down. We're not going to go down productivity, even though the modules are worse. We are going to jump productivity because of the free electromag productivity. But also look at these building speeds, 0.75 versus 2.96. So I think I only need 8 of these to reproduce this entire thing. However, I think we're only going to drop 6 and let Fulgora and also productivity bonuses do a bunch of stuff. So I think that also means that we can just blast all of these. I don't really want to... Okay, we're putting a bunch of stuff. I think we might also at some point in between episodes, I guess before we go to Vulcanus, put some recycling chests around the place, because my logistic storage is going to be pretty sad when we do all of this. However, we should be able to get... Oh, are we going to worry about... We probably are going to worry about... okay, first of all, powering all the train stations, yeah. But secondly... Yeah, all of this we can maybe do later when we worry about... Yeah, because we're going to do the same thing for all of these coils and green ships as well, with, to be honest, pretty much the same pattern as this. Like, it's already filling... Oh, okay, we don't have trains there. It's fine. Yeah, I think we're going to be worried about throughput here as well. Is that true? It's not really true, is it? Because we're crafting speed is 3 seconds, which means it's still going to... Well, crafting speed of times 3 means it's still going to take 2 seconds to make each red ship. So, I think we're still going to just go with this and have... Yeah, big pole here. Let's have some fast inserters out, because we speedy now. And then, yeah, I think we're going to just go with, again, not doing quality, because this isn't about quality. This is just about getting all of the productivity bonuses, and then making sure that... Oh yeah, here's a quality filter, which we are not using. Like, if we wanted quality stuff, we would go to Fulgora. We're already tapping most of these modules from Fulgora. This is mostly just about recovering the... Oh, and then also, down here, this line leads into the blue chips, and so we would actually much prefer that we fire the red chips we're making into the blue chips, and they're going to have enough. Do I have anything in my inventory? Not for them, because we're already using all of the Fulgoran red chips for this blue science. So yeah, so red chips upgraded, and we're going to smash in a thing over here as well. Yeah, so all of that infrastructure was just replaced by this, and we're again getting a pile of productivity bonuses out. We're not even fully using this yet. We needed to upgrade Red Belt for the number of chips coming out, although without them all running, we're only using like half of, it's fine. What other things were they need? I think, was this all I needed to do before we went to Vulcanus, or like started to think about Vulcanus? I think we ignore the stone because we're kind of happy. Oh yeah, we did add, rather than, because I wasn't sure about how all the fluid would get through this turbine in particular into the rest of the network, so rather than just that one little weird connection, we poked a bunch of fluid into the middle of this build and then around the outside, and we have more turbines as well. We actually have enough turbines for a whole other reactor core, but we also don't need it because we're fine, although this is significantly more because of the, because of all of these, 8 megawatt per hit dudes that we are firing in. We've just added, these, and then the others, maybe 100 megawatts? Really? Do we have 12 of these things? Maybe, whatever. It's fine. I think that's probably about all we wanted to do before we think about going to Vulcanus, which is great, because this is probably turning into a long episode in terms of stuff we've included in the clip, and also, definitely time that has passed in the game. Do we want to, maybe I want to pull back the yellow science? Actually, I think I probably just want to make sure that this is all running and then forget about it and just go somewhere else. Yeah, we've got a nice new collection of mining. We've got some more ore trains over there. We've got a couple of dudes. I did take repair packs to the walls as well, just to clear out the bot queues. You don't want the walls to have repair packs all the time, because then the bots get destroyed by the fire, but you also do want to sometimes give them repair packs so that there's not always 10,000 bits of wall asking for repair packs. So that might be everything we wanted to do today. Yeah, just 3 more little things. That's always how it goes, isn't it? The first one, blue chips being upgraded, pretty straightforward. A bit cleaner now, tidied some things up. That's number 1. Number 2 is that we still have a bunch of rare productivity modules from Fulgora and a bunch of beacons and a bunch of other speed modules. Yeah, we're doing pretty well here, aren't we? So I think we could upgrade some of the labs because we've also got beacon space. How many? We've got 34 of these things. So if we had 16 labs, if we took this many labs, 24, okay, if we took this many, yeah, I think those are the 16 labs we're going to get. So I think we just delete this thing. Where are we going to connect with power? Because we don't want to accidentally drop these things off the side. The oil pipe is still there, that's good. Get rid of these, put some more power here. Grab these. And we've got 2 left, which we're just going to figure out something else to do with. And then, yeah, beacons. I said beacons because there's lower beacon effectiveness in Space Age now, isn't there? 70% beaconage each, whereas if we... Okay, so these 2 over here are definitely going to be a thing. How much when we actually put all of... Let's have our bots back. How much are we actually going to be boosting? 50% each. Yeah, that's not even worth. Let's get rid of these 2. And then these guys are 70% per beacon, and total speed is 9.3, which is, yeah, I reckon that's going to do pretty well. In fact, maybe we actually need to upgrade all of these guys. Yeah, we have increased most of the productivity. Not the bottom section, not the top section, but through the middle they're going to be happier. We're actually limited by red science, so I might think about ratios a little more and just put a couple more speed mods on there. That's fine. Anyway, that's the second thing. Nice and fast. The third thing is over by the nuclear build, which is actually 3 things, as is often the case, and these really should be the last 3 things. Yeah, the first thing is we're going to also grab some of this stuff wandering off the... no, actually, we do need to filter this. We specifically want this kind of rock, so that also we can make it with fuel, because I did notice that we are, yeah, depending on the rate at which this stuff mines, which is running down, we might not... Anyway, that's fine. And then also let's have... So we are good for nuclear fuel for ages now. That was thing number 1. Thing number 2 is we've got these centrifuges doing stuff, but I reckon with a splitter here, because here's where the output is, I think we could go... common items on the right hand side, and then just roll... I don't know what we're doing with this yet, but I like the idea. Where, here? I like the idea of just starting some... Do I have quality modules in my inventory? No, I guess we're doing this from the map. I like the idea of having some quality moduled Coverx. Oh, which we can't do. That is a good reason for us to not have done this thing, then. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's a nice thing that I like having figured out. That was... I mean, I guess we've still got the quality in the centrifuges, but as it is, yeah, I was wondering if we could... Which means we do have to get a decent number of these fancy guys to kick off its own Coverx process if we want to do that for the uncommon stuff. Interesting. Not a thing that worked out, but you don't matter. A thing that I'm glad we figured out. Third thing, actual last thing, we need to do something about this nuclear fuel. We need to recycle this, just so it doesn't build up and block everything. And you might wonder whether or not we got the tech to reprocess nuclear fuel, and I did not say reprocess, I said recycle. I want to know what happens if we do this. Presumably this also works. We can put this... How do we get this stuff back in? Whatever. We're just gonna not care. It's gonna be fine. Or do we not even... Yeah, this is just gonna... What are we recycling out? How much of this stuff are we getting back? Is this number actually going down? Is this number going down? these numbers are going down. So as long as this number is reasonably stable, and it is, this is successfully disposing of all the stuff. So that's nice. And then, yeah, some stuff over here to deal with as well. We can lodge about that in later. Yeah, those are the three things, the last of which was in fact three things that we wanted to do this episode. I think we are more or less all now set up to just go to Vulcanus. I think maybe do a train thing. You guys are probably fine. You guys are absolutely fine. Yeah, so we've got everything we wanted to do to now leave Novice alone for a while, which means next episode we can just go to the other third planet, which we have not been to yet, which is, I think I've got a couple of things to do before then. But it is, yeah, overall very exciting. Definitely progress we have made today. Yeah, that graph looks pretty stable. Yeah, good things.